Previously on The Bill.
It's my resignation.
I suggest you think long and hard about this, because personally I think you stand a far better chance if you stay in the job.
When your inspector tells you to jump, the only question you ask yourself is how high? Especially when you come to work with a hangover.
Today is this afternoon's local football derby. Sandhill will be policing the match alongside officers from Barton Street.
Holding their hands, you mean?
No, we don't do that. Not on the first date, anyway.
That's not what I heard. It's all right, Sarge. Your old man a bit shy, is he?
Right, thank you. So done. Right, it's only a pre-season friendly, and intel suggests that the afternoon should be problem-free. So let's make sure that's the case, shall we? First sign of any trouble, I want it nipped in the bud, OK? Right. Any questions?
Yeah, how come they've got head cams?
Barton Street are just testing the equipment before it goes borough-wide. We'll get it eventually.
Well, don't bank on it. They'll probably think you lot wouldn't know how to switch them on.
I mean, like the same problem you had with the washing machine, do you? Right. For those of you from Barton Street who don't know PCs, Casper and Hollis, these officers will be working undercover for DC Perkins. They're investigating a contraband case at the Grand Duke. Now, that is a pub not far from the Canley ground, where there's also the possibility that they may be selling stolen goods. Now, I know this goes without saying, but can we please refrain from acknowledging them if we see them on the streets? OK? Right, get your kit on, let's get moving.
Was you stupid? Don't acknowledge him.
Seems to me my wife's got you pretty well summed up.
Cheer up, for goodness sake. It's only a football match.
Which I'd rather be working. Want a chance to prove to the Super that he's right to put his trust in me. He just did me a favour recently, that's all. Anyway, no offence to him, but I don't think we're gonna have the most exciting shit, if you get me.
You'll learn.
Don't!
Quickly! My boyfriend! Jarvis! He's hurt!
All right.
Come on! I found him like this. We always meet here every Saturday. He's bleeding! I tried to stop it. I couldn't.
All right, well, let's prove it.
0595.
He's bleeding. Can you do something to stop the bleeding?
I can't do anything right now, but the ambulance is on its way. Just stand back, okay? Just stand back.
The victim of the assault is 16-year-old Jarvis Lloyd. His girlfriend is Abba Chowdhury, also 16. She found him unconscious in Canley Park.
How is he now?
No change, according to Lewis. He went with him to the hospital. Tony's round breaking the news to the family now. Jarvis had a brother, Matthias. Now, he's a known member of the Skens. He was shot and killed 18 months ago.
Yeah, I saw the case file. We never got anybody for it, did we?
That's right, we didn't. Jarvis still had his mobile and his wallet on him, which means he wasn't mugged. So we're looking at a possible gang connection. I really want you to work this case with me.
Really? I mean, great. Haven't the Skens just appointed a new leader, Dino?
Good, you've obviously done your homework. Yeah, his real name is Dean Harrison. Now, you know he's to be handled with care. He's very dangerous, but he's also very charming. So, what do you think?
I think we need to know whether Jarvis is a Sken or not.
Great, grab your coat. Let's see if Abba Chowdhury can shed some light.
Sorry, Gov. Thanks for helping with the yacht, boys. Oh, no worries. Look, it seems a bit of an odd day to be doing this. Wouldn't it be safer when there ain't a football match going on around the corner? Well, that's the point, isn't it? They deliberately distribute on match days. The crowds are bigger, they sell the stuff quicker.
It's a lot of hassle for a few fags.
Yeah, but come on, don't forget it's illegally imported into this country. I mean, you got any idea how much revenue is made every year from these activities? Oh, of course, most of it goes straight back into organised crime, doesn't it?
Oh, sorry, I spoke.
No, you're right, and ordinarily I agree with you, but we got a much bigger fish to fry today. This guy's name is Justin Young. He's been distributing contraband to every pub and club in the area. Now, Customs and Excise have recently nicked several of his drivers, so he's going to have to make the delivery to the Duke personally. Because it's on our patch, we get to make the nick.
And this is other bloke?
The other guy's the landlord, Frank Ward. We're going to bring him in as well, but he's not as important as Justin.
Justin got form?
Nothing serious, no history of violence, and he doesn't know we're coming, so it's going to be an easy nick.
How do you want to play it?
I'm going to be inside the pub. You boys are going to be on Obbo outside. When you see him, you call me. As soon as I get a visual in the pub, I'm going to say to you I'm getting the beers in. That's your cue to come steaming in, clear?
Crystal.
Right, let's do it.
What do you reckon then? 3-1, Canley?
You're joking, aren't you? Walworth will walk it.
Dream on. She was dreaming, mate.
Tenner on it.
Go on, then. Easy money.
Now, look, I know we're expecting an easy afternoon, but we're not going on a picnic. So eyes and ears open.
Open.
I really don't need this. I should have just stayed in bed.
Another late night, was it? Maybe you ought to give it a rest.
You know, after Matt, I don't really need another man telling me what to do, right?
A word, please.
And Smoke?
Falling out with our colleagues, are you?
No, Mum.
Good. Because I want everyone working together like a well-oiled machine, understood?
Yes, Mum.
I do hope so. Because you have not been pulling your weight lately. You know I don't want to make a big thing about this, but just get your act together, okay?
Yes, Mum.
Sorry. It's just that he's all I've got. If he doesn't make it.
Are you sure there's nobody I can call? Tell them what happened? Your family?
The brother Sabah, but he'll be busy as usual.
We'll step outside for a sec.
Abba. Hello, I'm Di Nixon. This is DC Walker. We're going to do everything we can to find the person that attacked Jarvis, all right?
We put our places in the park appealing for witnesses.
The place is a dog walker's paradise. I'm sure somebody saw something, Abba.
But we are going to need your help. Is that okay? Before you found Jarvis, did you see anybody running away? Or anyone hanging around?
I wasn't really looking.
It's all right.
Did you know Jarvis's brother, Matthias?
No. I heard he was killed, though. Shot.
That's right. It was a gang shootout. Which makes us wonder if Jarvis's assault is also gang-related.
Abba?
I don't know if I should say I'm frightened.
Listen, don't be. We'll protect you.
Abba, is Jarvis a skin?
I kept telling him he shouldn't hang out with them.
What are you saying?
He didn't actually admit it to me, but then he knew I wouldn't like it. But he was always there with them, though, hanging out.
He was always where?
DH's Cafe Galata Street, where the Skens meet.
Okay. I think that's enough for now. Thank you very much.
We'll let you get back to Jarvis.
Thank you. DH's, that's your cousin Dominic's place, isn't it?
Yes, Mum.
Good, then you can come down there with us.
Mum, I don't think that's the best idea. Me and Dom, we're not really cool right now. It's probably best I go down to the match than any of the bodies I can get.
Nice try. Let's go.
There's our man.
Yep. All right. Better give Terry a ring.
He's coming in now. Yeah, I'll see what you mean. Hey, outside with that, mate. You know the rules. Yeah, I was just going to get the beers in, all right?
What's your problem? Leave it, mate. Take the side.
Give me the cash and I'll count it. You get the rest from the van.
It's private down here, mate.
Oh, really?
Sonny will CID, you're both nicked.
I know where you. The Lone Ranger.
Come on, mate. I don't know if it's any more difficult than this,
Move! Now!
Don't be stupid.
There's only one person being stupid here. Because I promise you, I'll use this.
We need backup now! Repeat backup now! A riot has broken out!
Back away from the stairs, slowly. Now stay there!
Where do you think you're going?
My pub's getting wrecked up there!
So this is your problems, mate.
ambulance required to the Grand Duke Public House.
Reggie's own ambulance.
Yeah, it's on his way. You two keep this area clear. I don't want people stepping all over this crime scene. Did you see Young come up?
No, I lost sight of him.
Reg, what about you?
I mean, neither. He's probably long gone by now.
He was carrying a knife.
Sir, the Grand Duke, a mass fight's kicked off. Doug Wright's been stabbed in the stomach.
How bad is it?
Well, paramedics are on the way, but he's unconscious and bleeding quite a lot. It's not looking good.
Is the fight under control?
Yeah, just.
We'll get TSG to go in anyway. We can't take any chances. And get on to Barton Street. We'll need to coordinate cell space with them.
That pub's never been a trouble spot before.
Well, that's obviously changed. I want our football hooligan intelligence looked at and all known troublemakers from both sides brought in. We should have been prepared for this.
Well, look who it is then. Long time no see, cuz.
So what do you want? I mean, I presume you ain't here for Grand's jerk chicken and Guinness punch.
Inspector Nixon, Sun Hill.
Yeah, I know. I never forget a face.
Me neither, Dino. This is DC Walker, PC Hardy.
Well, that's the formalities over with. What do you want?
Jarvis Lloyd. Do you know him?
Yeah. How is the boy?
Who said there was anything wrong with him?
I heard what went down. Somebody gave him a slap.
He's the victim of a serious assault. He's still unconscious.
Apparently he spends a lot of time in here.
Sure, sweetness. I've seen him around occasionally. We say hello. I knew Jarvis's brother.
Jarvis going down the same road as Matthias, excuse me. Is he going to end up another dead gang member?
I'm telling you, there ain't no connection between us. He's just a kid.
How often does Jarvis come in, man?
Comes and goes, you know?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
It's like Dino said. Once in a while.
Thanks.
Where were you around 10:30 this morning?
Seeing as I didn't have anyone as cute as you to keep me company, I was where I am now. Hanging. Isn't that right?
Then why aren't I convinced?
Dominic, tell her.
It's true. It's been here all morning.
If you want to find out who attacked Jarvis, my advice is look at people a lot closer to him than I am.
What if we forget about the skins for a moment?
Oh, Dino's worked his magic on you, hasn't he?
As if, Gov. It's just that Jarvis has seen an Indian girl and mixed-race relationships can often be problematic.
Remember at the hospital, Abba said she had a brother. What was his name again?
Sebastian. Yeah. And she didn't want us getting in touch with him. Could be she didn't want him knowing she was there with Jarvis.
I think we're getting a bit sidetracked here.
Oh, come on, Gov. It's got to at least be worth running a check.
Go on, Lewis.
Just one way.
D.I. Nixon. Right. All right, Terry. Yes, no, just keep me informed.
Is everything all right?
Nikki's husband's been stabbed. It all kicked off in the Grand Duke.
It's going to be okay?
Well, seems pretty serious, but he's on his way to hospital. Right. How'd you get on with Sabal?
3 convictions, all related to racial violence.
Okay. Let's go and speak to him.
He's lost a lot of blood. I think the knife might even penetrate through his liver.
Oh, it was meant business.
Well, they'll know more when they get dug in the theatre.
Right, as soon as you hear anything, Nikki.
Yeah.
This must be Doug Wright's head cam. Broken.
Well, let's hope he wakes up and identifies his attacker, because we're not going to get much forensics from this mess, are we?
There's no sign of Justin Young's van.
Yeah, you do surprise me.
Yeah, we're getting the address from the DVLA. He won't know that Reg and Dan clocked his index earlier, so he might have just have gone home.
This is an abuse of my human rights. You can't keep me down here.
Right. Seeing as the landlord's shouting so much, let's go and hear what he has to say. What a mess up there, mate. Hope you're well insured.
You sell me out of these, yeah?
Yeah, sure. But first, you're going to tell me everything you know about your mate with a knife and where I can find him.
I would if I could, but that's the second time I've ever seen him. It's the truth,
sorry,
I swear.
Mate, that's not good enough.
It's Jarvis, isn't it?
No, it's all right. We haven't heard back from the hospital. We're here to speak to your brother.
Sabal. He's not here. Do you know where we can find him? He's at the temple. Why?
You right? Yeah, look it. Maybe we need to get you checked out or something.
I'm fine.
Baba, did Sabal know that you were having a relationship with Jarvis?
Yes.
How did he feel about that?
He wasn't happy.
Why not?
He doesn't think I'm old enough, and because Jarvis is black.
Did he ever stop you trying to see him?
Please, he wouldn't like it if I was telling you this.
Well, we need to know.
He tried to lock me in my room a couple of times, but I got out the window.
Where are your parents?
My dad's dead, and my mum went back to India after he died.
Why would she do that?
Sabal, he tried to take over for my father. They're both strict Hindus. They wanted to run our lives. Mum had had that since the day they were married, and she didn't want it anymore, not from her son.
128 from Sierra Oscar.
Go ahead.
We have a report.
Abba, did Sabal ever say anything to make you think he might hurt Jarvis?
He had a go at him. Told him to stay away or there'd be trouble.
Mum.
Excuse me.
A witness saw the police then called in. He saw Jarvis arguing with someone in the park this morning.
Did you get a description?
I was about to do that as well.
Who are you?
Sun Hill Police.
Abba? What are these people doing in my house? Abba? What have you done?
Mr. Sabal Chowdhury, why don't we have a talk down the station? Go to the park, talk to the witness, get a description.
He made some arrests. There was chaos in there. I don't know how many got away.
So Doug Wright's attacker could still be on the loose?
Yeah, and that guy we're investigating, Justin Young, he got away as well. He's waving a knife around. Anyway, I'm going to interview the landlord, see what he can give us.
Good. But let's not forget any of those thugs could have been carrying a weapon.
According to customs, Justin Young doesn't have a history of violence.
I'll get officers to go through the footage on the head cam for those that we have got in custody.
We're not going to get much from Doug's head cam. He got smashed in the fight.
We'll get it sent down technical, see if they can recover any footage, and tell them it's urgent.
Yes, sir.
Of those that we have got, I've got Smithy examining and bagging up their clothes.
Right, we need to do a door-to-door in case anyone was seen running away. Also, let's check all license plates recorded in the area before and after the attack. Can you debrief the troops in 10 minutes? Yep. I'm going to get on to forensics, see if they can move any quicker. This is a real mess.
So much for Doug's Robocop equipment. Didn't help much, did it?
Well, you never know what's waiting out there for you, do you, Dan?
Yeah, even any one of us.
Shit, says Wonder Woman. You see her getting stuck in with her ass?
Didn't hear you complaining about it at the time.
Just glad you're on my side, darling.
Just wish I could have helped Doug, that's all.
He's a fighter, I'm sure he'll be all right.
Of course he will.
Right. I want to know everything you do about Justin Young.
Who?
Don't mess me about, Frank. Not today. I lose my sense of humour when people threaten me with knives.
I don't know anybody called Justin Young.
You were about to buy a van load of smuggled booze and fags from the geezer.
He's called McHale. That's what he told me, anyway.
What? Justin McHale?
He never used the first name. On my mother's life. Today was only the second time I've ever clapped eyes on him.
The first being?
When he came in to see if I wanted a deal on some cheap gear. I knew other places were having it, so I said, why not?
How long ago did he first offer you the gear?
3 months. He's never made a delivery himself before. He normally has guys who do that for him.
All right. So how do I get in touch with him?
I've no idea. Honestly, you guys do a good job. Need all the support you can get. I just wish I could help you some more.
What you're saying is you want to save your own skin.
Well, what's wrong with that? I'd be a mug not to try and play all the angles, wouldn't I?
All right, give me a phone number.
No, never gave me one, sorry.
What, you've got no way of getting in touch with this geezer?
Like I said.
Yeah, like you said. Frank.
Mom?
Any news from the hospital?
They've given Doug a blood transfusion. He's stable enough to go into theatre. I'll let you know as soon as we hear anything more.
Mom.
Now, the most important thing at the moment is to find Doug Wright's attacker. Spicer Street are sending replacement officers down to the football match, and I need to know if you're all right to carry on with the shift.
No.
Good. No one saw anything.
Well, Mum, there were bodies everywhere, you know.
He's right, it was hard to keep your eye on everyone.
Right, but I want you to think hard. See if you remember anything about the incident. You know, who was near Doug? Did you see fans running away? Anyone behaving suspiciously?
There was one guy who was a Canley fan holding up a phone. He could have been taking photos or a video.
Would you recognise him?
Yeah, probably.
All right, get down to custody, see if he's there. Reg, Terry tells me that you got the licence plate of Justin's van.
Oh, yes, Mum. Ivo got onto me on the way in here. It came up on the PNC. It's registered to a flat 5, 12 Dalton Way.
Tony's nearby. I'll get onto it. Roger, I want you to meet him there because I don't want any of you tackling Justin on your own, all right? The rest of you watch each other's backs out there. This man knows what he was doing and clearly intended to kill. Now, come on.
This is nonsense!
Sit down. Sit down.
We know you don't approve of their relationship. You warned Jarvis off.
And I'm glad somebody beat him up. But that doesn't mean that somebody was me.
You're not denying there's bad feeling between you, then?
What he and Hubbard are doing disgusts me. My father would turn in his grave if he knew.
That's why you tried to stop it?
Many times I've tried to tell her that we have to respect his beliefs. Beliefs we should both honour. He would never have allowed Abba to have a boyfriend at her age. Especially a
black one?
So neither can I.
But they carried on seeing each other.
She's a strong-willed girl. Refuses to do what she's told, even though I know what's best for her.
In your opinion?
She needs my guidance or she'll never be saved.
Saved?
Yes. Saved.
Where were you at 10:30 this morning?
At home. On my own.
If you're lying, we'll find out.
I'm not, so don't waste your time. Maybe it's her last boyfriend you should be looking at.
Does this last boyfriend have a name?
Yeah. Dean Harrison. But they call him Dino.
Is everything okay?
Lewis. Alibi for Dino at the time of Jarvis's attack, but he wasn't here, was he?
Says who?
The witness I spoke to says he saw Jarvis and him arguing at the park.
It must have been somebody else then.
He's acting rebel. You got jokes. Because the description matches perfectly. Black guy, early 20s, red hoodie, wearing a gold chain. Can you talk to me?
What more am I supposed to say? PC Hardy?
Cause you remember Ray Moore, right? Yeah? The guy that got killed because of what I told you. I could have lost my job over that or worse. Now it's like I'm having to prove myself all over again. And it's the last place I want to be, but I ain't going nowhere till you tell me the truth.
Dino's not stupid, is he? But he knows he might have been seen with Jarvis. But he promised me he had nothing to do with the attack, so he asked me to say he was here.
He asked you what he told you.
He swore to me.
And since when did his word mean a damn thing?
Dino likes Jarvis.
So what's the argument about at the park?
No idea.
Well, I can't ask Jarvis, can I?
No, you can't.
So I guess at least one person. I think it's time to talk to your boyfriend Dino under caution. Kezia, it's Lewis. The witness ID Dino. He's arguing with Jarvis at the park. Dino's back in the frame.
That's interesting, because Sabel's just told us that Dino is Abba's ex-boyfriend. Find Dino now and bring him in.
The guy we thought was Justin Young was really McHale.
And has this McHale got a history of violence?
Once I've done a bit of checking, I'll have a clearer picture of his history. But forget Young, it's an alias.
Well, we need to see the footage from that head cam. I thought this equipment was supposed to be virtually damage-proof.
Well, hopefully the mobile phone that Will found will help us out.
What you got for us, Will?
Right, here's Sergeant Doug Wright. Now you see McHale come into shot here, where he headbutts Doug. Doug falls to the floor, doesn't get up. Now the camera follows McHale outside the pub. You can clearly see here that he's got a knife in his hand. He had the knife in his hand throughout.
Well, from that, it's possible he could have used the knife on Doug at the same time as he headbutted him. Looks like we've got a prime suspect.
Mickey, it's Gina. Yep, well, I know you said you're all right. I just want to check in again. Are you bearing up?
Doug's been in surgery longer than I thought. I don't know what's happening. No one's telling me anything.
Well, you know they're doing everything they can.
I'm scared, Gina.
I know. Look, me and the superintendent will be down as soon as we can, all right? Just hang in there.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Mum. Thank you. Jarvis Lloyd has regained consciousness. The governor wants you down at the hospital.
About Dino's, you said anything?
Nothing useful.
Of course. See you later.
Yeah.
For the benefit of the tape, DC Walker has entered the room at 1400. So, why did you lie about being in the cafe all morning?
Because it don't take a genius to work out that as soon as you knew I'd been with Jarvis, you jumped to conclusions. The wrong ones.
We know you were arguing. What was it about?
I can't remember.
Jarvis's girlfriend, Abba Chowdhury. You used to go out with her, didn't you?
So?
So maybe you don't like the fact she's moved on.
You're way off. You don't know how it is for someone like me.
So enlighten us.
I'm a player. I've got girls queuing up. I lose one. There's always two more waiting to take her place.
So you had no problems with Jarvis seeing Abba then?
Can't blame the girl for moving on. I was too much of a man for Abba to handle, if you get my drift.
So what were you and Jarvis arguing about?
Listen, it's sensitive, yeah? Stuff between two men. Private.
You don't get much privacy in prison.
I'll talk to another bloke about it. Get Lewis down here, he's Dom's cousin. He can't be all Mr. Policeman. Should have some good left in him.
PC Hardy isn't available.
If you want to know what went down with me and Jarvis, you'll fetch him.
Under his real name, McHale, he's got a string of convictions for violence, including an attack on a police officer.
It's a shame Customs and Excise weren't thorough enough to discover he was using an alias. Then we might have known what kind of man we were dealing with.
Hello. Just hang on a minute. All right, go ahead.
We're at Justin Young's place now. His van's been torched and looks like he's taken some clothes. He's probably done a runner. This is only a small flat, though. There's barely any furniture and the fridge is pretty empty. I doubt he
spends much time there. It's just a bolt hole and he lives somewhere else.
Any clues where?
No, sorry, mate. Any news on Doug?
No, nothing.
No. Here's hoping, eh?
Hold up.
Oh, hang on a minute, Terry. Tony might have something.
Got a load of parking tickets all from the Whitegate area.
He obviously spends quite a bit of time there. We can
Show his photo around some local businesses. Somebody might recognise him.
Good idea, go for it. And be aware, his real name is McHale, and approach with caution. He's got a history of violence.
Now you tell us.
Well, at least that's something.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not going to be much comfort to Nikki. Gina and I are going to speak to her later, see if she can remember anything that might help.
Okay.
Please, you have got to believe me.
Why should I?
Because I love you.
Well, you love me.
You're all I've got to hold on to.
ECRD Sunhill. Hello, bro. Jarvis, want to take a seat? I need to ask you about what happened this morning when you were attacked.
I don't remember anything.
But I still got some questions.
You'd be wasting your time, innit? It's all a blank.
Look, Jarvis, if you're scared of talking to us because of the skins, or because what happened to your brother Matty.
I'm not scared of nothing, okay? I just can't remember anything. Oh, please, just leave us alone. I don't want to talk to you.
Excuse me, officer.
Back in 1 sec. Hello. Listen, if you think because I'm Dom's cousin, I'm gonna do you any favors, you're crazy.
Hey!
Sit down!
Hold on!
Sit down!
I just didn't want to be discussing private business with two women.
Get on with it.
You want to take those blinkers off, man?
Seems like we're starting to see things pretty clearly, bruv.
Nah. You look at me and you see a skin. You think guns, drugs. But I ain't just about that. I know who my friends are, skin or not. And I look out for them. It's called loyalty. Not that you understand that.
No, I understand perfectly. But I get that from this.
You got your gang? I got mine. Sometimes we can work together.
What, by you giving us false leads, you mean?
You can't see what's in front of your face.
Listen, if you got something to say, say it.
When I said look at people close to Jarvis, I didn't mean Sabal. I was talking about Abba.
Abba?
That's what me and Jarvis was arguing about. His brother Matthias was a good friend of mine. Close. So I wanted to tell Jarvis what his lady's really like.
She's a 16-year-old kid.
With a temper like you wouldn't believe.
You're right. I don't believe.
It was her who gave me this.
How did she manage that? She looks like she'd blow up in a strong wind.
She caught me by surprise. She was screaming and shouting at me, not making any sense, so I walked away. Next thing I know, she comes flying at me like a lunatic.
Okay. So what made her so angry?
She hated me not listening to her. Thought I didn't take her seriously.
And you still stayed with her?
For a while. And you've seen her. She's a good-looking girl. But when I realised how crazy she can get...
Right, so why not say something to Jarvis before today?
Because I thought they were just having fun, you know. Lately, though, it all seems to have got a bit heavy. She was getting her claws in, and I knew that boy had a lot of grief coming his way.
So what if Abba was the one that's been stringing her so long and it was her that attacked Jarvis?
It's a bit far-fetched, isn't it?
Well, that's what I thought at first, but Dino's scar's real enough.
We could have got that anywhere.
Mum, it makes sense. Abba was the first one on the scene. Then at the hospital, she seemed like she was trying to apologise to Jarvis or something, who conveniently can't remember a thing.
We had concussion.
Look, she's been pushing this investigation in different directions. First was the gang thing, then she gave us her brother. She could be doing all of that to deflect the attention from herself.
Goff, I've got the prelim forensic report back on Jarvis's clothes. They were traces of brick dust found. Maybe that's what he was hit with.
Abba used a weapon and she will be physically capable of assaulting Jarvis.
Abba? What has she got?
Dina says she's got a violent temper, especially when she feels like no one's listening to her.
But wouldn't Jarvis have fought her off?
Perhaps he was trying to avoid confrontation. He was walking away, she bricked him from behind. She had time to dump the brick just before she ran out into the road. Mum, let me go back and have a look for the brick.
Okay, do that. You go with him. I'm going to get Abba in. It's worth a couple of questions, just to test your theory.
That's one.
Go.
Terry, yeah, we think we might have a result, mate. One of the first places we tried, Harvest Casino. The receptionist there recognises Matt Hale from his pictures. She's given us an address from membership records. Okay, mate. Looks like it's second time lucky.
Police! Stay where you are!
Are you going somewhere? All right. You don't need to get heavy. Oh, shut up.
Quite a little operation he's got here.
Yeah, not anymore.
Tube.
That's enough to get him charged with Doug stabbing as well.
Have you had an update?
Still working on him.
And how are you feeling? I'll be all right. Doug's clothes are here. You're going to need them for forensic exams. I can't find his watch, though. It's the one I bought him. He must have lost it in the fight. He was wearing it this morning. I know he was. Are you any closer to finding out who did this?
A suspect's house is being searched as we speak.
And Terry Perkins already had him under surveillance. He's buying and selling contraband. He's also had a long history of violent behaviour. And we've got mobile phone footage of him headbutting Doug. He was also carrying a knife. Did it have a serrated edge? What, the knife? The doctor just said that the blade used had a serrated edge.
What's urgent, bro? I'm trying to get you McHale. Well, you might want to see this first. This is Doug's headcam footage, right? And you can see our boy steaming in there, fists flying, bottles flying. Doug slowly works his way around the pool table, where eventually he's met by McHale. Here comes the headbutt. Now, we've already seen McHale leave on the camera phone footage, right? Watch this as I slow it down. So, Doug's head cam on the floor now clearly shows Doug unconscious. And if you watch closely, another hand comes in with a weapon and stabs him. Must have been someone else.
Well, who's the other guy?
Did everything go okay? Is he going to be all right?
It's too early to tell. We just have to wait and see.
Doug? I'm going to be here, Doug, okay? Doug?
You ready to give up?
No way. Find that brick, it proves Abba's involvement one way or another, right? I got it.
You sure?
There's a blood smear, and Abba would have to run right past it to flag us down.
Before you found Jarvis in the park, did you see anyone running away?
No. Like who?
Dino. We have a witness who saw him in the park with Jarvis.
I might have. Somebody looked like him anyway.
You sure you're telling me everything?
Yeah.
You all right there? Let me get you a glass of water. Actually, I'll get you the FME.
I'm okay.
No, you're not okay. You need an ambulance. Your waters have broken. You're gonna be okay. The ambulance is on its way. There's no need to be.
The baby's not supposed to come for another month.
You're in safe hands. You're with the FME. Abba, is this the reason Jarvis was attacked?
It really hurts!
The contractions are getting more frequent.
All right. I'll just be outside, okay?
No, please don't leave me. I haven't got anybody else.
Abba, I'm not going to be very far away, all right?
Is she having a baby?
Yes. Women do, you know.
I know, I've seen it happen before.
So?
We found half a brick not too far from where Jarvis was lying. There's blood in it.
Has it gone to forensics?
Yeah, but there's something else. Hair was stuck to the blood.
It was long and black, like Abba's.
Circumstantial evidence. In there, please.
Not the DNA was on the weapon as well.
Surely she wouldn't attack the father of her child.
Well, if Jarvis is the father.
Could be Dino.
Which would give him even more reason to be jealous of their relationship. Then there's Sabal, isn't there? Maybe he found out and it flipped him over the edge. We have a motive that doesn't rule out any of our suspects.
A motive that has been born right now.
So, we've got McHale in custody. We shut down that smuggling operation. The thing is, the headcam footage shows it was someone else who stabbed Doug.
Well, who then?
I've no idea.
According to the hospital, the blade used was serrated.
Well, that's another thing in McHale's favour. He's got a straight-edge knife.
Well, maybe McHale and this other person were in it together. At the very least, he must have seen something. See what you can find out. What the hell's going on?
How are you feeling?
Tired.
That's wet for your baby. It's beautiful, man.
Oh, thank you.
So, Abba, you gonna tell us why you attacked Jarvis?
That's not what happened.
I went back to the park and found a brick with blood on it. There was a hair stuck in that blood. Same length and colour as yours. And forensics can prove that that was the brick that hit Jarvis. You might want to start telling us the truth.
Abba, you don't have to say anything.
You lost your temper.
This morning you said you weren't even sure if the baby was yours.
Yeah, but I was just freaking out about everything.
I know, but you weren't listening to me, just like everybody else. All my life, Sabal's been the golden boy. Could do whatever he wanted to. But not me. It was like I never even existed in that house. Only way to be heard was to scream and shout. I kept shouting at you, but you just stood there doing nothing, saying nothing. And then you turned your back on me and tried to walk off. I was so angry, I just picked up a brick. I could hardly remember doing it.
There's no way I'm gonna prosecute. Look, I don't know how we're gonna get through this. But we're in it together, right? And we're a family now. And I will listen to you, I promise. I'm nothing like your dad or Sabah. Yeah?
So, drink. Seems right, doesn't it? Got with Doug lying in St Hughes and we still ain't got anyone behind bars for it.
What else are you going to do? Sit at home on your own thinking about it?
Hey, Roger's right. After the day we've had, I want more than one.
OK, as long as you paid for the first, yeah?
Oh, I'll tell you what, Lance, I'll get the first one. Emma?
Yeah, count me in.
Do you think it's a good idea, PCQ?
Sorry, Mum?
Well, don't you think a quiet night in would be in order after what we spoke about earlier?
Some of us need a life outside the station, Mum. Besides, why are you singling me out?
Because you were the one that was half asleep this morning.
Well, I won't be tomorrow.
I should hope so. And a little bit more respect would be in order. All right, the rest of you can let your hair down because there's good news from the hospital. Doug Wright is out of theatre and out of danger, so now you've got something to celebrate.
Is there any permanent damage, Mum?
No. The knife just missed his liver and he's very lucky.
Well, unlucky depends on how you look at it.
Yeah, give him our best.
Would you?
And let him know that when he's fit, drinks are on us.
Oh, go on, get out of here.
I just want one thing from you. Who's the other geezer?
I've no idea.
Do you know how long you could be banged up for this?
The footage proves I can't have knifed him.
Well, then I'll charge you with being an accessory. How's that?
Look, I was trying to get out of the place. That's why I headbutted him. Nothing was planned. There's no conspiracy. I didn't even know he'd been knifed till I was pulled in here.
Then tell me what you did see.
I couldn't see much. It was chaos. There was this bloke. He was wearing a blue top. The hood was pulled up. Average height, average build.
You ain't exactly being helpful, are you?
Look, it's your mate that needs the help. This bloke was after him personally.
Come on.
I heard him say, you had this coming.
Are you sure about that?
Definitely.
An update from Terry. McHale is claiming he's got no idea who your attacker is, but he did hear him say you had this coming.
What, this was personal?
Do you remember hearing that?
I remember something like that.
Is there anyone who might have a grudge against you?
No, has anyone made a direct threat?
Peter Jeffries, GBH, said I needed to watch my back.
Anybody else?
Phil Kingston, drug dealer I put away. He just got out.
What about that psycho that ran the protection racket? He sent you a threatening letter once, didn't he?
Ray Keller.
This was an inception for a Doug Wright?
Oh, thank you. Doug's watch, the one he lost.
Don't touch it. Today I was unlucky. Next time I'll finish the job.
Oh, my God.
Gina, I want a 24-hour guard outside this door.
Next time on The Bill.
PC Billy Rowan. It's my first day.
Sally Armstrong.
We've got 2 newcomers today. I need you keeping an eye on them.
There's a lunatic out there who stabbed my husband, and you want me to puppy walk?
Oh, it's not right. Let's get out.